I just want to give a quick shout out to Elephant Journal because I just signed up for their annual subscription, and I did not realize how much I love to read and how much I learn just from other people. Like when you write, you kind of put your energy and your soul from pen or pencil to paper, and when you share that with the world, you could be encouraging someone that's going through the same thing versus keeping it to yourself. So when I came across Elephant Journal, and I used to ignore their emails for years, I just started resonating with so many different topics, and I was like, I found my tribe. I'm literally a reader, a writer, an emotional being, and I express my creativity and my energy through talking and writing, and I just found my tribe, and they're so very helpful. So whenever I run across an article that I feel is just so amazing, I'm going to share it with you guys. So this one was by Lisa Erickson, and it's called 25 Self-Loving Ways to Take Care of Ourselves When We Feel Sad. There's a picture that they found on Instagram that says protect your peace, and I just love it. That is the stage of life that I am in. I am protecting my peace at all costs, even if that means being alone. More so not to do about everything externally, but so that I can focus on myself internally, get deep into my mind, my body, my soul, deepen my relationship with Mother God, and, be able to transmute that externally. So it starts internal first. Let me go ahead with the article. You are going to love this. You are going to love this article. Okay, so it goes, let me see. The other night, as I was closing my computer, I felt uncomfortable sensation inside my chest. I had a sudden urge to go to the store. It was later than I usually go, but the impulse to walk to go to the store was strong. I didn't go because I knew it was simply a subconscious attempt to avoid feeling the discomfort that was swirling inside me. Instead, I opened my meditation mat. The moment I unfolded it, I started crying. I lay there and wept on my mat for what felt like an eternity, and when I was done, I felt peace. I felt tired, wrung out, and totally emotionally exhausted, but I also felt peace. Even as I cried, a part of my consciousness, it seemed, was breathing more lightly and basking in presence, beginning to bathe in a softer sense of serenity. Ah, yes, finally. The emotions just wanted to be felt. The most self-loving thing I've learned in terms of feeling sadness has been to allow myself to truly feel it, to open to it, to allow myself to feel it fully. I hold space for myself to feel my sadness because I understand that's wisdom and freedom lingering within it. We all feel sad sometimes, and we all need to know that we need to get through these moments with some element of grace and ease and softness and gentleness, tenderness, and self-kindness. Early that morning, I asked Elephant readers this question on social media. How do you take care of yourself when you feel sad? Here are 25 ways to take care of ourselves when we feel sad. Straight from Elephant readers. Number 1, I allow myself to cry a lot. Then when I'm done, I rinse my face with cold water and try to tackle the rest of my day. Andrea. Number 2, I get up, get dressed, go out for a long hike, fresh air. Being outside helps me to put things in perspective. Lisa. Number 3, I write. Putting my feelings into words helps. The overwhelming sadness is temporary. Donna. Number 4, a good cry is good for the soul. Angelina. Number 5, I rest. I think of something funny and have a cup of coffee or tea. Judith. Number 6, take a long shower or a bath. Cry. Listen to music. Cuddle my daughter. Amber. Number 7, I do something for someone else and that fills my cup. Marcy. Number 8, just feel the feelings. Not everything has to be attended to outside of just feeling the feelings. Edwina. Number 9, get some exercise. Play some video games. Avoid social media during that time. Matthew. Number 10, whatever feels good to you as self-care. I'm a hot bath chick. I soak in the tub as long as I need. I use lavender. The smell is therapeutic. I play my favorite music while I'm in the tub as well and light candles sometimes. Afterwards, I make hot tea or coffee and sit outdoors or inside, whatever I'm feeling. Sip slowly and take deep breaths. Reflect. Sit in your sadness and own it. Feel it, heal it, release it. When you are ready, lay. Or Leah. 11. I paint. Sunny. 12. I take it easy and I let myself do little things like rest, take a nap, spend time without a goal, or eat a treat. And I reach out to a few friends so that at least one is likely to have a moment in that moment to talk for a little bit, even if it's just a chit chat. And then the others jump in when they have time after work or in between family, etc. Just need a reminder that you're human and not alone sometimes. It's worth it to ask for help and talk about your feelings. It's normal and a good way to be. Angie. Number 13, cartoons from my childhood. Drink chamomile tea. Hug my puppy. Watch my favorite comedy series. Read a book. Zoe. 14, I will just let myself have a good cry. When I am explicitly sad for an extended period of time, I have fought depression for most of my life. I will watch the saddest movie I can find. I let myself sob for someone else's pain. The next day I feel cleansed. Christine. 15. First thing I do if I'm sad is to take stock of what I'm grateful for and stop feeling sorry for myself. The next thing I do is get off my butt, go outside, walk, hike, garden, or do something active. If I'm still sad after that, I allow myself to feel whatever it is that I'm feeling. Observe what it does to me physically so I can get through to the other side of the thing and recognize that triggers and the reactions for the future. Being sad isn't such an awful thing. I just don't wallow in it. Celeste. 16. Pour a glass of water. Breathe deep, accept the sadness, and sit with it. Then get another glass of water, breathe, and take a breath. There is no time limit on this. Sometimes there are people who can hold space and help us. Sometimes we're alone. It's okay to be sad for a while, but you don't have to be alone. Call crisis numbers. Talk about it. Tony. 17. I just try to look at the positive. Make sure I eat and drink, talk to friends, meditate on why I am sad so that I can find the root problem. But sometimes I just let myself be sad. Nina. 18. I let myself cry. Secondly, I believe in prayers. I'm a very spiritual and believe when we are down and battling our demons, there's always God or a positive energy or guardian angel, whatever you believe in, looking over us and listening to our woes. Belief and faith heal your heart no matter how wounded you are. Sharbana. 19. I call my sister and we talk and cry together. It's so helpful to have such a wonderful woman and sister in my life. Jenny. 20. I try to do something productive. Do the dishes or some light cleaning with music or something. Cleaning or music. I'm sorry, it was an ant on me. I try to do something productive. Do the dishes or some light cleaning with music on. Sometimes I do watercoloring. Reham. 21. I sit with it. Fully feel it. Listen to the thing it's telling me. When the waves come, I expect them. Try to let them be. I sink if I fight them. The waves eventually slow and I find my calm again. Bloody rough seas at times. Though, I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. Michelle. 22. Scratch the dog. Her joy is infectious. Stephanie. 23. Listen to audiobooks and get lost in stories while I knit. Olaf. 24. Netflix, pajamas, comfy bed. Cassie. 25. Cry. Time with nature, journal, listen to music, exercise. Yvette. I thought that was a really good question. So I ask you, what do you do when you're sad? When I'm sad, or for the longest, I've never addressed my moments. They are just what they are. If I'm angry, I'm angry, and everyone around me kind of suffers. If I'm sad, I'm in solitude, and, I just want to be left alone because my energy is so heavy. If I'm in the room, everyone is going to feel it, and I don't want to damper their day because it's going to stay however long it stays. But I'm learning about emotional intelligence, that our emotions are basically teachers. They come up to teach you something, to kind of help you. So you have to figure out what those emotions are, what is the message that it's telling you, thank it for teaching you, and let it go on its way. Like, you're not supposed to let the emotion control you. You just let it visit, listen, reflect, make the change, and, bid it good day. So I have 2 emotional books that I'm going over. I am a dummies girl. I love to read. Dummies have emotional intelligence, 2 separate books, and I'm going through them. I also love Pinterest, and I'm just looking up all kind of emotional intelligence, Pinterest things. And this was the first article that came up for me this morning. And when I opened my eyes this morning, I was like, Mother God, what do you want me to do today? What do you want for me to learn? What is it? And this was what I read. So I was like, okay, God wants me to tap more into my emotions. And it's so funny because I was up till 6 a.m. and I was looking at this podcast. I'm a Libra and I love relationships, but I haven't not been successful with it yet. And so I was looking at this couple that dated for 4 years before having sex and getting married. It's interesting because they met, they had a one-night stand, they went their separate ways, and then they linked back up. And because of their histories, they just, didn't want to go down those roads again. So they decided to just learn each other, chill. They even moved in together, but no sex until 4 years later, which I think is interesting. And I resonated with his past. I resonated with her past. And I was like, okay, I felt like Spirit was telling me, like, this is where you are, honey. Make the necessary changes and your husband is on the way. And so I'm so excited because I feel like that was confirmation. But I put both of my hands on my cheeks and I started to cry. And I really felt like God was putting her hands on my cheeks like a mother would hold her child facing her cheeks. And I was talking to myself, but I know it was God. And it was like, it's okay. I forgive you. You were young. You were loving at the level that you knew how to love. You've grown so much. You're going to have so much more knowledge and wisdom to take into your next relationship when you start your marriage and your family. You really know what you want now. And it was just so beautiful. I literally cried. So when I woke up this morning, I was like, what do you want me to know today, to do today? And I read that article. I literally had purged that night. And it was like, I want you to continue to get through these emotions because they're trying to tell you something. So tap into your emotions. Let me answer the question for myself. I have just got into journaling. I have about 5 fat notebooks that I got from Michael's that's supposed to be for artists, but I write in them. And one is about, my future kids, and one is about my future relationship, and one is about trauma, and one is about emotions, and one is about shadow work, and who knows how many more I'm going to get. But I just have to write, but I have to organize them. So that's why I have different books. And I used to use my phone, but I was like, is someone reading my stuff? I don't know. I just felt like I do know a hacker, so I'm always leery about putting so much. When I write, that's literally my heart, my soul. Really only God knows, or maybe a very, very close friend or sibling. Because, it's intimate, put it that way. So I was like, I don't want to put this stuff on my phone. So I deleted all my digital journals and I started writing them down. Because if somebody hacks that, they got a blueprint. They can pretend to be whoever. And I don't want that now that I know how good hackers are. But journaling has been very therapeutic for me. It allows me to sit with me. I've always been a people person, people pleaser. And I've just been in a season, about 2 years now, of just me. What do you like? What do you want to do? So now I think I'm finally getting into my emotions. I left a job I didn't want. I'm not, dating people that, aren't on the same vibration or spiritual wave that I am. I'm just not settling or putting up with things anymore. I'm on this new journey. I've locked my hair. I'm into spirituality. I'm redefining myself. I'm tackling a lot of traumas, and journaling has just been very, very, very therapeutic. It's your brain is limitless. So all that stuff is just sitting there. Just think about a pile of clothes that you never put up. And when you finally go back through your memories and you journal and you deal with those emotions and let them be what they're going to be, happy, sad, angry, mad, you let them go. You release them to go visit someone else and teach someone else a lesson. They only were supposed to come for a short while to teach you a lesson and go, but you just held on to them. And they can manifest into diseases and stuff. So I was like, thank you, universe, for letting me read that Elephant Journal blog today about what do you do when you're sad. And I do get into my solitude. I don't want to bother anyone else. I journal. I love music. I love eating. I love TV shows. But I'm still working on it because happy is my most favorite emotion, and being in love is my most favorite emotion. But you're not always going to be happy, and you're not always going to be in love. So I have to find a balance. Like there's still always something to be grateful for. I don't want to only be happy when I'm in a relationship, or only be happy when things are going right, because that's not life. So yeah, emotional intelligence and therapeutic journaling has been really helpful for me, and I hope this helps someone else. Talk to y'all later. Bye.